T stands for Training, Evangelism, and Adventure. That's a 10-week discipleship training course that young people from around the world come to New Zealand and participate in.
I'm Hannah from Northern Ireland.
I'm Florian from Germany.
I'm Midori from Japan.
I'm Martin from Belgium.
I'm Jerry from America.
It's very surreal to finally be here in New Zealand. Slightly overwhelmed by it all, but overwhelmed in a good way. I can't wait for everything that's coming up.
What we do is for 10 weeks, we go through a Bible study course together.
It looks at different things like who is God? What does it mean to have a relationship with God? Where do I stand as a Christian?
Devotion time, it speaks a lot to me. I learn a lot because at home it's not so easy because you're always busy, but here you really take those devotion times for real, and you just grab it and you grab the things that you can learn.
If we start to depend on our yesterday with God, we won't learn what He has for us today. I really believe that if they understand a little bit more about what it means to be a disciple of Christ in today's world, the evangelism will happen naturally.
We also practice and work on our evangelism skills. We go through a week worth of evangelism training in the classroom, and then after that week, we use what we've learned in the classroom and try to apply it during the following 9 weeks of the program.
Actually, I learned a lot in the training. It was good material, and it's for life. You can use it for life.
That's good. It's cool. I mean,
We stay in huts in the bush, we go to holiday parks and backpackers, places where tourists go. And so we find that a lot of the people we meet are outdoor-loving people. They're spiritually aware people. They are on the tail end of a world trip where they've tried to find themselves and tried to find meaning to life. And when they come to New Zealand, they are open. And people often ask us what's different about us.
I talked with a lot of people about my faith, and they shared about their faith. And so you can learn of them. We can also teach them a little bit. So it's good to have this kind of conversations for them and for myself. It's really encouraging.
And then the adventure side of things, we go outside in the New Zealand outdoors and do all kinds of backcountry activities. And we just do stuff that's fun, but at the same time we do stuff that's challenging physically, because sometimes when we challenge ourselves physically, we really stretch what we think we're capable of doing. And overall, it kind of makes us think a little bit more about what we can do in our relationship with God, too.
I feel like James Bond or someone.
I thought that the adventure part would be very challenging, and the first trampings were very hard. Everywhere sore, the shoulders, you know, always the backpack on your back. But after a while, you get used to it.
New Zealand is perfect because it has everything to offer. The whole country is just suited all from top to bottom for whatever you'd want to do, athletically, really, adventure-wise.
The North Island is very green and lush, but there's also a volcanic plateau right in the middle of the country, unlike any other place in the world. Then down south, we have the Southern Alps. The mountains are very dramatic, glaciated, covered with ice and snow, and the valleys are just gorgeous, except they're not full of any kind of thing that man has built. It's all God's creation at its fullest.
This is going to be a gorgeous trip. We're going to be kayaking from campground to campground in the lake. There's this big lake and we'll make a circle around it, and so we're just preparing for that.
It was hard, but it was also fun. I enjoyed watching the stars and moon in the night because there are no light on the ground, so it was so beautiful.
I don't smell myself anymore.
One thing that we like to do in OM is not to just do our own thing, but hook in with local ministries and be an encouragement, be a support to them if possible. Sometimes we might go to a farm in a place called Wairoa with a lovely older couple called Ralph and Pat Wiggers, and there they take children into their farm every Sunday afternoon.
Tea really is about life change. That's life change spiritually as you grow in your walk with Christ, physically because you stretch yourself and grow way beyond you ever thought you could, and then emotionally as well because you bond with a team when you're here. So I would highly recommend it for anybody who's searching for a really life catalyst change in their life.
God is the ruler of my life. That's all I learned.